I haven't written anything for my intro.
And today we're going to know what it's like to be a mouse in a family.
It's fifth period, the party's fifth period. Get headphones and hear it, let me hit that pod record. That pod record, let me hit that pod record.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Fifth Period, the film podcast hosted by two media teachers, where today we've got very small subject matter for our pod and probably a very small runtime for our pod, because I'll tell you mate, I did not have many notes written down for this one.
Might even say that your notes were little.
That's it. My name is Mr. Brown and with me as always is...
Mr. Boylan. Yeah, pretty keen to check back in with, a bit of a classic from when we were younger. Definitely one that I remember going to watch at the cinemas, and it's been a bit of a nostalgia trip lately on the podcast. A lot of the time it is, but particularly between Small Soldiers and Freaky Friday and now with Stuart Little.
Yes, I remember when we were talking Small Soldiers, you were saying sometimes they hold up and other times they don't.
Shrunk the Kids.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see where this one fits on that scale.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to our main discussion of Stuart Little today, we will also be chatting about our weekly watches.
And I will be debuting a new mini Segamonte.
I'm nervous, but cautiously optimistic.
That's the usual, basically, mood for you with me in the podcast.
Yeah. So if you want to skip ahead to any of that, I will leave time codes in the description below.
Hello, my name is Heath. Today we'll be talking about Stuart Little.
A big thank you to Heath for his intro to the pod this week. With the craziness of our school production recently, the pod was actually recorded at all different times. So unfortunately, Mr. Boylan isn't available to sing your praises for this section, mate. But he did want to pass on just how well you did in that very same production. And I could not agree more. It is so much fun watching you up on stage, mate. Captivating the crowd with your dance moves and comedic stylings, and I'm super excited that I get to work with you this semester for Year 9 Media. So thanks very much for jumping on and doing an intro for today's pod.
Alrighty, let us jump into Stuart Little. I'm thinking of Sarah Whittle.
Sarah Whittle. Yeah, based on the E.B. White novel. You know who wrote the screenplay for this?
I do not.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, okay,
and
yes.
Greg Brooker.
I did, because I remember watching it last night when it said screenplay by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh,
I was like,
what?
Stuart was dead the whole time.
The Littles were mice and he was human.
It is interesting you say that, because the book that it is based on never actually says that he is a mouse. So he's described as a boy, a man, a person, and always the features of a mouse, but he's like a human.
And then that's pretty creepy. So that sounds like it's up M. Night's Shyamalama alley.
Shamalama ding dong. But this one, there's no ambiguity. He's a mouse.
He is a mouse. All I can think of is Mr. Alamo doing the pose in the office like, guys, I'm Stuart Little. I'm Stuart Little here.
We're like, what? Does Stuart Little have an iconic look?
Yeah, hands on the waist.
Apparently.
And looking up to somebody.
We meet Jonathan Lipnicki. Look, cute kid in the opening scene.
He's a cute kid in a lot of his the younger films. Our Little Vampire.
But I would say, even though he's a cute kid in this opening scene, that very quickly dissipates, because his sort of attitude for the rest of the film, I'm not on board with it.
He's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wet blanket. We get a bit of a fun start with Gina Davis and Hugh Laurie out of frame to really emphasize how small George is.
Yeah.
And the whole point of George wanting a little brother is like, well, he's going to get a little brother, all right?
He's going to be a Stuart Little brother.
But I really like the adults being out of frame. It feels very like Peanuts cartoons, like Snoopy and Charlie Brown. And I also just really like the color palettes in this.
It's quite warm as a film, which I do enjoy, particularly sort of in the little household. And I think Hugh Laurie.
Vibrant set pieces and striped colors.
A lot of that. It's quite nice. And Hugh Laurie and Gina Davis are...
They're very warm.
They crush it. They're like the best part of this film. They're very believable as a couple.
Yes.
And as a family.
My first exposure to both of them, which as I was watching them last night, I was like, Well, that seems like a crime. They've both done much better things.
Yeah, no, but it's like getting introduced to Jamie Lee Curtis via Freaky Friday. So
Agreed. Oh, but that's a good movie. Oh no, I've shown my hand. Oh dear. It feels also a little bit like it's set in an ambiguous time period. Like everyone's wearing sweaters and bow ties under their big suit jackets.
Yeah, I'm like, it's 2019-45. I got no idea sort of like what time period this is.
Yeah, it all just like with that and the hypersaturation, it's almost like it's a bit of a parallel world, like the Cat in the
Pocket
Hat
dimension.
universe or whatever it might be.
It very much could be. They go and visit the orphanage, which feels like it's in like a Roald Dahl universe or something like that.
Yes, that's the vibe.
That's the vibe.
Nailed
And
it.
they go to the orphanage and then they quickly meet Stuart, who's kind
Reading
of just like hanging
Little
around.
Women. All women will be big to him though.
Big women.
Big women.
You can't say that, Stuart. You can't say that.
Oh no, Stuart's been cancelled. Stroke of genius putting Michael J. Fox in this
so
role.
perfect.
Really gives the character so much life. You can feel the enthusiasm in it. And especially because like the animation isn't, look, at the time, incredible.
It's not bad. There's certain scenes that's good. There's some that's not as good.
But I think because his voice is so animated, then that really brings the character to life. The sadness to this role as well.
Is there any mocapping at all, or is it just? I mean, this is 99, so it's just
There is no
There is no
mocapping.
back.
They would put like a toy of Stuart in the scene and then they would just animate over the top.
I think they do a pretty good job. You talk about some of those moments of like sadness and stuff, as much as it's really brought to life by Michael J. Fox's voice delivery. I think they do a pretty good job sort of animating the fact when Stuart's really sad. And I think
Yes.
that looks pretty good. So
Agreed.
they decide to adopt him, and it's like Mrs. Keeper is like,
Don't adopt outside your species.
yeah, and I'm like,
Racist.
I mean, that's what the film's about. It's about racism. But basically, we work out like the Littles are a pretty big sort of clan, and the family's really, yes, it was a bit of an oxymoron. But like the fact that
What did you call me?
a Michael J. Foxy moron.
Good. You
We're
tell we're
cooking.
tired?
We're
You
cooking.
tell we've just come off Broadway? He's
Woo!
not Michael J. Fox, he's Michael J. Mouse.
Good. So someone else in the household, it's not a person, it's bloody Snowbell.
Snowbell.
Nathan
And
Lane.
really enjoy any time Nathan Lane pops up in pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But it does raise some questions because you're like,
Yeah.
what's the sitch here with animals and talking? Because Stuart can hear Snowbell, but no one else can hear Snowbell.
He's
But
just like crying out.
it's all very confusing because obviously Stuart's been welcomed in as a part of the family, but then Snowbell's just a pet.
Yep.
And for a good portion of the film, they do not give a shit about Snowbell. Even at the end of the film, they're like, oh, you helped out? All right, you can come inside.
You
tonight."
can stay.
So yeah, it's a little confusing, but you just grit your teeth and bear it, right?
Yeah. Well, George doesn't grit his teeth and bear it because he's like,
No.
are you joking? Like, this is
He's
not my brother.
speciest.
I think he's just being a realist. Is like,
First things
Anyone?
first, he's a realist.
he's like looking around. Is just like, is this a joke? I think I don't
Uncle Frank, is this a joke?
But I read down, but fair. He has a normal reaction that parents don't. Like it's a bit weird they're adopting a mouse, and you know what, George? Fair enough. I'm Team George.
Team George. Nah, not me.
Snowbell comes in and is like sort of lay down the law about sort of how things work. I really like Nathan Lane.
The
Again,
mouth movements for the cats are good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It works pretty well. I really like sort of George and Stuart getting ready for bed, like the little tiny sink.
Mini bathroom
And
twin
stuff.
setup.
Yeah. But he's still got the big toothbrush though as well. It's like we couldn't get a little toothbrush.
Yeah, that toothbrush changes size about 8 times.
17 times. But yeah, it's sort of tucked in, and you know that's night one done in the little household.
I think that routine's actually in the morning because that's all part of the laundry mix-up.
Oh yes, so that
it's
happens.
like,
Yes, before
George,
that.
put your laundry down. Okay.
I'm a whiny little lip Nicky.
It looks like an 80s rap video. He's like, okay, right in the camera. The fisheye lens.
The move in, the move out, hands up or hands down.
This whole sequence is pretty harrowing with the washing machine.
It's terrifying.
He almost dies.
It does. Stuart's stuck. Snowbell's like,
Why would I turn it off? It's my favorite show.
Gina Davis comes to the rescue. The doctor's like, well, pretty abnormal for like someone of his size to ingest that much detergent. But I think
He's
fine.
going to be fine. Also, he's very clean. Shopping for Stuart.
Yep. Shopping with my mouse.
Very good. Very good.
And yeah.
You're living in the past, man.
Really, yeah. George really likes boats, but he doesn't like Stuart.
He's been an absolute brat. And he's a
really
bit of a
is.
whiny baby, too, because he's like, oh, I don't want to race. What if I was no good? I just don't think I could take that kind of rejection.
I don't think it's someone that you could understand. Is Laura's like, you're right.
You suck.
You do say. He just doesn't respond to him. He's like, maybe he's right.
Yeah.
I think he's
Maybe
right.
we should all give up on life.
I mean, yeah, maybe I've seen how the last couple of races went. Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's shopping time. It's really good fun with all like the Ben dolls and stuff like that.
I really like that.
the
like,
many moods of Ben.
Yes. It all depends on the occasion.
It's so
The
great.
little stage with him coming out, and they're like, oh,
Just a minute.
you look just like a little. I do? Good. I was worried I was going to look like Ben.
I was like, oh god, Ben's copping straight.
The dialogue was probably the part that I thought shone about this film.
1,000,000%.
Really, really witty. I loved this film as a kid. Some of the stuff that I don't think holds up as well, because I didn't hate this, but it was just
Didn't like it.
revisiting. No, I thought it was pretty good. I just did not think it was nearly as good as what I'd remembered it being as a kid.
That's fair.
And the thing that I think lets it down, it just feels like a series of random little sketches and scenes strung together.
Yeah, it's almost like a collection of Paddington short stories. that
Yeah,
makes a
like
movie. Yeah.
like Stuart goes shopping.
Yep.
Stuart in the laundry.
Stuart does a boat race.
Yeah, exactly right. And so it doesn't feel like thematically it all ties together too well.
Correct.
But anyway, that's fine. I mean,
It's-
it is based on a shorter story. So.
Exactly. They got to expand a little bit on a little story. But then we
Nice.
get family night where the rest of the littles are going to meet.
Mm-hmm.
We get the little high, little low, little hey, little.
No.
Little hey, little. No. Stop
Stop
it.
it.
We get Crenshaw. Uncle
it.
Crenshaw is the obviously the dad from Beetlejuice. But I tell you who else we get. It's Grandpa Scorsese.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. He's just the king of comedy. He's back. He just keeps going.
They didn't bring any gifts for George.
Why would they?
Nah, that's poor etiquette. When kids are that young, you usually bring something for the other.
Well, at least, I mean, like, there's that many sort of, like, people. Maybe they could be like, hey, George, here's a box of chocolates for you. Champion?
And to be fair, he's going to get all Stuart's gifts because they're way too big
It's like,
for
none
him.
of them are suitable. And, like, maybe have some communication with your family about how, like, hey, we've adopted
By the
a
way,
mouse.
he's a mouse.
Don't freak out.
Well, one summer, I just shut right up. And she's like the smallest woman in the world.
It's pretty good. Everyone's looking at us just like, Estelle, shut up.
No,
Idiots.
they're not like, shut up. They're all sickeningly supportive of each other.
They all wear bow ties.
Yeah,
the bastards.
they do. Even the women.
The little women in the book.
They're big women compared to Stuart.
Stop. You can't say that.
Stuart! Stop!
Michael J. Fox, get off the podcast.
He's giving us the thumbs up!
No, thumbs down. Thumbs down, Michael.
Oh, alright. So, Michael does give a heartfelt speech here about fairy tales being real. Nathan Lane being like, oi, I think I'm gonna cuff up a furball.
And Chewy's trying to make friends with Snowbell. It's just really not good. It's just, he's trying real hard, but he's like,
Yes.
no. And then we see another kit that has entered the fray, and it's welcome to Monty the Mouth, who's voiced by Steve Zahn.
Yes.
And then Snowbell's like, oh, you can still see there's this protective element. It's like, I don't really like you, but I also don't want you to get eaten, because obviously that's going to have some repercussions with the family.
Yeah, we don't get too much of that in this scene. He's
maybe
more
a
worried
little
about
bit.
the embarrassment.
Oh,
at this point.
that too as well.
Steve Zahn is a pretty good voice actor.
He's really
He's
good.
very fun in this. And again, he looks great. Like that part where he's like rolling around. They must have done a lot of practical work training the pets to do a lot of this stuff.
It looks
and
all
then
really good.
just obviously adding in the mouth movements.
It's great
But
fun.
The scream from Nathan Lane. Very good.
Oh, the humiliation.
Mouse with the pet cat. We also get Stuart starting to ask about his real parents. After the response from George, he's starting to feel a little bit left out. And I really like the response from Hugh Laurie and Gina Davis. he hates us. We've never been hated before. They do offer to find out about his real parents, and they even go and visit Mrs. Keeper, but she's keeping it to herself at this point.
Nice. Get a little bit of a bonding start to happen a little bit because Stuart accidentally lands into George's room, into his Western scape where he's like, I'm Clint Eastwood again. Stuart Little was the biggest yellow belly in the West.
It doesn't take him too long to warm up to him.
No, because like Stuart's pretty good at sort of taking the mickey out of himself a little bit and just for George's entertainment. Do like sort of the train
thing?
and stuff.
Is that a train? What's it look like, Picklehead?
Classic insult.
Oh man, I say that one all the time.
An old picklehead. And then they get the red car out.
It's good that he's
roadster.
into models because otherwise
perfect.
they might never have bonded.
No.
They're all the perfect scale for Stuart.
Starts to help fix up the Wasp, which is the race boat.
I don't like how the boat is unfinished. Like, why would you start painting the boat before you'd finish building it? And why would you paint 1/8 of it and then stop?
And particularly because it's saying that it's not his first race.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any mates.
But yes, he's convinced him to race the old boat.
Yes.
And we get the Godfather scene.
So good.
Mobcats.
Yes, Monty takes Snowbell to meet old Smokey.
Smokey!
Voiced by Chaz Palminteri from The Usual Suspects.
Yes, good dialogue here. We get things like alley cats for like back alley deals, catnip, all good jokes. Good jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Smokey's voice. Don't worry, Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
It's
don't
real
worry.
good.
Don't worry.
I'm all over it.
I'll take out the mouse. I'll scratch him. Basically, to sort of get rid of Stuart. But then it's boat race time.
Sure is.
I love how nautical everyone's clothes are.
Oh, I love the sailing outfits. So vibrant. They look like they're from Scoops. Scoops
Stranger
Ahoy.
Things. Yeah, nice.
And then we get Anton from bloody Snooty House coming in.
Oh, God, he
the
sucks.
most pompous kid in the world.
God, this kid sucks.
I don't like that
Actually,
child.
it's like, fair enough here, Laurie. I don't like him either. Hey, I don't like him either.
Oh,
George has got way too much confidence in Stuart to carry this big remote control.
idiot. Absolute idiot.
It's massive. It's
Oh
bigger
my
than
God.
him. And, of course, Stuart drops it. Someone steps on it. And then, obviously, George is gutted.
Runs off crying like a baby.
Yep, on like a little lip nicky.
And
He's
Hugh
quivering
Laurie
lip nicky.
is having like a full breakdown. He's just on the side of the...
Oh,
like,
God!
I don't know what to do with my son.
Which one?
I've raised
know.
a wimp. And then again, just walks away and leaves Stuart there on the site. They need to take better care of this kid.
No, he's got better initiative, though. So, because then he gets on the boat.
Decides to sail the boat without the remote. And I don't think that's how remote control boats work.
They will now, though.
When you actually turn on the control, the wheel doesn't turn.
Anton's does.
Yeah,
He's got that
apparently.
money.
He's got that Snooty House money.
Yeah, because basically, like, George comes back and it's
say.
like, done with your crying. He's like, done with being a jerk.
Oh!
But yeah, Anton, just to sort of ram home the fact that he is basically a terrible person,
Yeah.
is just taking out every other boat.
He does. I really like that on the boats. They've just got like random sticks sitting there so that when he hits them, it'll look like more damage is being done.
Why the sticks
Oh no,
there?
my pile of sticks!
It's my 17 other backup masts that are on my boat.
Really funny.
That's gonna really sort of throw off the weight of those things on a race day, you idiot.
Yeah, well, it does. They all sink.
Yeah, they do.
George attacks old Snooty Pants and...
He's a stupid rat.
yeah.
And that's the final straw. Why I order?
Yeah.
Turns into an 8-year-old man.
Oh, dear. Breaks his remote and possibly his nose. Something's wrong. What's happening?
What to do? I'm Anton.
Mamma mia, I'm Anton.
I don't know. But Stuart basically, he's about to, he gets sort of tangled up, but he's able to basically use his mousy little teeth to bite free, and that sort of creates that chaos.
He wins the race.
And he wins the race. And then George finally calls Stuart his brother. It's a big white tux night. They're both looking like James Bond. Big
Hell
trophy, little high, little low. Little hey, little okie dokie. And they take a nice family photo.
And then we meet old Reggie and Camille. So Bruno Kirby and Jennifer Tilly.
Hell yeah.
Really good
They're
voice
so
acting in this.
good.
That seedy, low-life kind of voice too. Really, really
Yeah,
nice.
because like he's from I think he's City Slickers, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
And then Jennifer Tilly, like I mean, I'd know her best from the Chucky franchise, but
We all
obviously-
do. Liar, liar as well.
Yeah, and she's just great. It's probably one of the more iconic voices in like film and TV history.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But basically, they convince Stuart that they are his parents.
The real ones.
And they also convince his new parents to just give him up.
Not even
Because-
checking in with the adoption agency or anything like that.
It's not even that. They don't want to fight to keep him in the family.
They're like,
it's like,
no,
this
it's
is
all right.
better for him.
No.
Yeah.
And even like...
They can offer something that they can't. Because you're human. No
human.
offense.
No offense.
No offense.
I'm a mouse. What's up?
I'm a cheeky little mouse.
Hey. But one of my biggest disbeliefs of this film, why is a taxi stopping for 3 mice hailing a cab? That annoyed the hell out of me.
It annoyed the hell out of me, this is also taxi related, when they decide to get in a taxi later to put flyers around the park that's across the road from their house.
Lazy. Entitled.
But you see them, they're walking through the park. Why do you need to get in a taxi? Anyway.
So the movie can happen.
Grr.
Indeed.
But at least Gina Davis does want to fight for him a little bit. She's like, so what? I have shoes that fit and I hate them.
Yeah, basically, it's got a bit of a weird vibe about these two.
Yeah, and she's right. She's spot on.
She is alright, but yeah, it gets
Pretty sad.
Yeah, and then because George has cracked it, he's really upset. Then he comes back out and gives the roadster to them, and they drive off in that. And then Mrs. Keeper, basically, not long afterwards, comes to visit.
Yeah, when they're driving off across the road, I'm just picturing a taxi comes past, just crushes it.
Credits.
Stuart!
Little! He's even more little now.
I know.
It's like a pancake. Mrs. Keeper explains the fact that she's been doing some digging and finds out Stuart's parents are dead. Hugh Laurie and Gina Davis think this is something that's happened recently. It was a supermarket accident. They were crushed by a pile of
Cream of mushroom soup.
That's a
2 for 1 sale.
That's a very heavy soup.
They've been gone for years. How is that possible? Because they died years ago.
I've just explained this to you. You crazy.
Just keeps going around in a circle. It's like an Abbott and Costello sketch. Pretty
Freak
cheesy.
automobile accident.
Very good. Very good. So they get the police involved.
Yeah, who is it? Doyle! He's back!
He is from the mask. He says some pretty horrific things at the
Yes, he
station.
does.
Before they come in too, though, I like that Snowbell is like freaking out about it. And they have a lot of like little moments that really tie it in. Like even after Stuart leaves for the first time, there's like a, oh, well, Stuart's gone now. Snowbell can come back inside, like to remind you of
Like-
he's pulling the strings.
Exactly, and he's got he's got clear motivations, basically. But yeah, it reveals that Smokey organised the Stouts to get Stuart.
What do you think of the Stouts mini golf home?
I don't mind it, actually.
It works well for the mice, but also it's pretty depressing as well. A place that's usually fun and whimsical is very depressing
It's
for
abandoned.
Stuart. It makes you feel really bad for it, and mice in general.
Talking about like, we get like the brisket and stuff. It's like, oh, how's it prepared? Is this like that guy?
floor, yeah.
for that guy before it goes bad.
It sounds like an acquired taste.
Yeah.
An acquired taste. I love this kid.
I love this kid. I'm New York Mouse in here.
Hey, I'm serious about those bed bugs.
It's true.
Anyway, back at the police station.
oh, this whole interaction is excellent.
What are our chances? He's like, you want it straight? And they're like,
No,
no.
I'm like, oh,
Sugarcoat it.
no,
Absolutely not.
He should be home by the time you get home.
Yeah, he's probably home right now.
A bit straighter than that.
Yeah, and then the descriptions. And the book as well.
Just showing the photos
Oh,
and stuff.
man.
Oh my god!
Really, really good.
Basically, they work out that the Stouts have been contacted by Smokey, so they've got to basically give Stuart up.
But Jennifer Tilly can't do it anymore. She's like, tell him the truth.
Classic Jennifer Tilly.
Makes him confess, and they warn him that the cats are, in fact, after him.
Yep, so Stuart's
As your
gonna-
fake father, I order you to run.
Yeah.
Bye, fake father. Bye, fake mother. Bye, fake son.
And yeah, Stuart drives off into the night to find the Littles.
He does. I'm going to miss that boy. I'm going to miss that car.
George organizes the whole family to help find Stuart, which is fantastic. And
They're just about to tell George about the fact that they're not going to find him. And then he's like, never stop trying, right, Dad?
yeah, and he's like looking at Jenny Davis like,
God.
like, what do I tell him? He's dead. The cats find out that the mice have squeals. Like, I knew those mice were rats.
Nice.
And yeah, Stuart gets sort of cornered in the
Central Park.
It's like
It's like a horror sequence at first with them like running past the camera as well.
it's
Yeah.
good fun. It's like, actually, I must be going, and drives off.
What's your hurry, Murray? Yeah, where you going, Murray?
Murray,
Stuart? What's his name?
And drives into the sewers. It's like, oh, you want to do water? Hire a spaniel. Which is good fun. And yeah, the family are basically getting all the jobs basically at the little household. And they're like, at Estelle,
You better go with them.
Just as he's getting out of the sewer.
I hate this in films. The frustration of like just missing someone and then the big
And it keeps going.
misunderstanding.
It's great.
So yeah, he goes in, he's seeing the photos that he's been cut out of, and
Snowball's gaslighting him.
I'll tell the family you drop by, although it'll probably just make them sick.
But again,
It's brutal.
The facial expression on Stuart's face here is really good. I think this is a high point, sort of the animation.
And a
It does
low
look
point of...
Stuart's life.
Again, he misses him by that much as he leaves.
much.
Also, someone needs to tell George how phones work, with him just like picking it up. If someone calls at that moment, then that
It's
isn't
so
coming
tragic.
through. Yeah, it really is.
I love it, the fact that they're sort of like going through. Snowball basically sort of works out that they might sort of take him out. So Snowball's like kind of like trying to save Stuart at this point, but kind of not really. Ends up in the tree.
Yep, he grabs Stuart and runs and explains how much the Littles actually do miss him. He goes back on what he said before. They have a hug, and then they have to fight off the other cats.
Yep. Scratch them both.
And then Snowball breaks the tree branch, and they all go tumbling into the water.
Dog paddle? I'd rather drown.
Do you reckon they actually drop those cats into water?
Bloody hope not.
It looks like it, though.
I don't know. Ooh. Not all of the cats, though.
No, Smokey's in the tree.
It's like, his name is Snowball, and then gets whacked into the water.
Yeah, that's when Stuart puts on his gangster voice. His name is Snowball, you big furball. Pooh.
Hasta la vista, baby.
They head home and live happily ever after.
And that's the end.
And then we get that bizarre bathroom credit sequence with the Aldi version of Mambo Number 5.
Timu Mumbo.
It's 1 + 1 is 2, but it's the exact same tune as Mambo Number 5.
Wango Tango number 7.
Oh, man. That guy needs to write some original songs. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
And that's a little discussion about Stuart Little.
It is. And look, as I said, I still think it's a bit of fun, but I certainly won't be returning to it anytime soon.
That's okay. We've got the sequel to look forward to.
Shall we move on to weekly watches?
Let's do it.
Weekly watches. Weekly watches. I love you.
My first weekly watch
Yep.
is Superman.
Oh, you watched it?
I did watch it, and I loved it.
I'm glad.
I actually watched it a couple of weeks back, but
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed how positive it is.
Yep.
I feel like so many superhero films have been like gritty and dark, and I mean another one on my list is also gritty and dark, and I think they have their place.
Yep.
But it's just been a while since we've had someone that stood for justice and was really optimistic and believed in the good in people. And like, I know that can be a little cheesy, but it's a superhero film. It's supposed to be a little cheesy.
And it's a Superman film.
Yeah.
That's the character.
Absolutely. And it hasn't been the character for quite some time.
Yep.
So I really liked it. I loved all of the cast, but I especially loved Lois.
Oh, Rachel Brosnahan.
Rachel
Okay.
Brosnahan was fantastic. I mean, Nathan Fillion and the whole, like, his whole team is incredible. Really good.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I didn't want to give too much away
Thank you.
because you haven't, but highly encourage you get to see it on the big screen because there's some really nice visual elements too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to go seeing it. I literally unpacked the trailer with my year 9s today.
Also, stroke of genius involving crypto, not just in the film, but in the marketing heavily because dog lovers, that's something
dogs
for
are
them.
great.
And it was a really big strength for me as a dog lover as well.
Love that. I guess the new release film that I went to go check out, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, you have seen it.
I
okay.
have.
Alrighty. What's it like?
It was okay.
I haven't seen it, so
All
no
right.
spoilies,
No
but
spoilers.
the most telling thing will be how does it rank compared to the other films?
Yeah, so I think that one thing I did see online that I couldn't agree with more, everyone's just looking for a film to stand up to the first two. That to be a definitively this is the third best Jurassic film. Because I think that basically after the ones that have been released after Lost World, by almost default, the first Jurassic World film is better than the rest, but none of them are excellent films.
Okay, yeah.
This isn't an excellent film. There's definitely elements that I really enjoy here. There's some action set pieces that are genuinely tremendous. One of them that they've been trying to do since the first film because it's in the first book with the T-Rex river scene. It's incredible. There's definitely some good elements of horror in here as well. There's just, unfortunately, the narrative just kind of falls apart a little bit in stages, and I think it's a real travesty that they get some really genuinely powerhouse actors between Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. Just some of the script is just like absolute tripe.
Yeah,
it's just not good,
it's a shame.
particularly in the first part of the film when you're trying to get to care about these characters a lot. When the things get going with the dinos, good fun. That's fine, which we kind of expect as a baseline for these films. One of the things that I just don't really understand about sort of where this goes is that obviously this is connected to the previous Jurassic World films, but it doesn't really give any potential to start a new trilogy. So I'm not 100, and that's what I was kind of thinking, like, is this going to be sort of the start of like new adventures with these characters?
I assumed.
And it doesn't feel like that, and it feels very much like a standalone or a fourth part of the Jurassic World franchise.
Okay.
So it's very interesting to sort of see what they do there, because it kind of negates a bit of the work those previous 3 films have done, for better or for worse.
Right. So the box office for it is doing really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more than Superman, but I think based on expectations for Superman, it's doing incredible. And I think that alone could turn it into a trilogy, whether it was intended to be one or not.
I just don't see like where they go from here. There's probably 2 sequences particularly that I think are 2 of the best in the franchise across 6 different films now. But yeah, I just wish the rest of the film were able to sort of stand up to that.
Nice. Next, I want to talk Bring Her Back.
Oh, yes!
So I was really, really keen to see Bring Her Back. Obviously, I adored Talk to Me, and to see another film that I would say is definitely in the same vein, but it was so much darker. And it's so weird because I've talked to people about it and they've talked to me.
Nice.
But even though Talk to Me was dark and there were some horrific moments in it and the thematic values that came up in it are pretty soul-crushing, it still feels fun. A lot of the time throughout it, it feels fun. And Bring Her Back is unrelenting with how sad it is and soul-crushing it is.
It's so grim and solemn and melancholy.
Yep.
I think Talk to Me is a scarier film in terms of some of its shock value and some imagery. I think this is a much more emotionally resonant film.
I agree. They're both,
Talk to me about it.
They're
It's
both
fine.
really strong, but I think just for my personal preferences, I like to Talk to Me more. I need some levity to break up the darkness so that I can just have a breath, you know?
This
and then
crushes
go,
you underwater, basically.
Yeah, sometimes literally.
Yeah. Sally Hawkins, though.
Really good.
Incredible.
Her Australian accent is...
It's bloody fantastic.
It's really good.
Yeah.
All the performances are really good. They've got some child actors in this who do an incredible job.
The knife?
Oh.
Knife!
Oh, man. There's some brutal sequences, but...
In the kitchen bench?
Yeah.
That one really, like, got me back in the
But
seat.
even just, like, some of the prosthetics, like the bloated stomach, it's just, it makes you feel really uncomfortable.
Hell yeah.
I feel like I recognize, like, the caseworker lady from Auntie Donna's Coffee Cafe, and that made it very hard to take her seriously.
There's your levity. There's your levity, Mr. Brown.
Look, I might be wrong, but she reminded me of the person from the episode where everything's made out of cake. It doesn't
She could
matter.
be in that, we'll see.
If it's the Philippou brothers.
Yep, the Rackers.
If they can just make some more stuff, I will be very, very keen. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Or in this case, the more the depressinger.
The more the depressinger, that's what they say.
Yep.
Yeah, removing all sort of Australian bias aside from things, and
How are you doing that?
I don't know, it's hard. These 2 guys are 2 of the most exciting filmmakers on the planet, in my opinion. Can't wait to see everything that they do. Really glad you enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched Stand By Me for the first time, which, you know, is a classic for a lot of people, a film that some people put amongst the best films of all time.
I've never seen it in its entirety. I've seen most of the sequences from it.
Yep.
And a hell of a lot of parodies on it.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the full thing.
Yeah, speaking of emotionally resonant films, wow, this is it's really impressive child actor performances. These are just acting performances that stand up amongst anything that I've seen. Will Wheaton's great. Jerry O'Connell, Kiefer Sutherland is particularly quite unsettling in his sort of villainous role. It honestly makes me just miss River Phoenix because he is just stupidly good in this film. Just the way this film gets growing up and what an experience of a child is, goes from really sort of happy, euphoric, and innocent to really dark and terrifying and sad. And it's just a really powerful film.
Very nice. Next for me, Thunderbolts.
Hey!
So got around to seeing that finally. Really good. Really enjoyed it. I mean, we were talking about the optimism of Superman, and there's not much optimism in this one, but it's still really, really good. The team is great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of these guys.
Of the new Avengers.
Yes, the new Avengers. Florence Pugh was killing it.
So good.
So good. It made me a little disappointed that Scarlett Johansson didn't get the opportunity to play Black Widow in a similar style.
Yep.
I feel like as a result of the way that they've written this character, she's already kind of surpassing Scarlett Johansson,
Yep.
which is nothing to do with Scarlett Johansson's performance, but just the way that the character has been written in these films.
I think so, yeah.
I really like how she doesn't necessarily solve any of the problems with her fists in this one. It's a really impactful film emotionally.
Yeah.
And there's also some really, really fun jokes that have been missing from a lot of Marvel stuff lately. And that camaraderie with the team and the back and forth and the banter, it all just works really well.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good way to finish a Marvel movie. It wasn't very like a typical third act battle and stuff, because I mean, they do have the fight with Sentry and they get their asses kicked, because they should.
Yeah, I think he's like kind of toying with them. The fact they even get close there is...
He turns White Russell's shield into a taco.
Hell yeah, he does.
I went to see a stage show.
Did you?
In London.
You sound like you're from London.
I went and saw Stranger Things, The First Shadow.
Nice.
So obviously this is a stage production that is on Broadway, I think, as well. But basically it is a origin story for Henry Creel, the man who will become Vecna.
The effects look awesome in the behind-the-scenes stuff.
It was bonkers. I was like, how are they doing that? There's a lot of cool stuff in The Cursed Child that I enjoy that might really open up my eyes as to what a stage production could be in 2025. There's some stuff in here I'm like, this is absolute magic that I'm seeing on the screen. It's scary. This made me feel like I was watching a horror movie live in front of me. And
that's cool.
I don't get scared very often with stuff, but there's some stuff that was like, oh, that's a bit unsettling. Like straight up unsettling. There's some stuff that doesn't make sense in connecting back to the TV show, which I won't spoil or anything like that, but it's cool to meet some parents of the kids and just get some origin stories and stuff like that. It was something that I would definitely like to see again.
Yeah, nice. My last one, over the holidays, I visited 2 pieces of Indiana Jones media, one which was a revisit and was very disappointing, and one that was fantastic. So I revisited The Dial of Destiny.
You wound back the dial.
I did, because I hadn't seen it since it was at the movies. I was really tired when I saw it at the movies. I remembered really not liking it. And I was like, maybe if I go in without the expectations, without feeling tired, and I give it a rewatch, I'll be more favorable on it. But I think I liked it even less.
I had the same experience when I watched it at home.
Yeah, it was so frustrating. 2 major issues I have with it. They can't make up their mind about, is Indy old and past it, or can he still do everything he could do before?
Yeah.
And part of the issue of him still doing a lot of the stuff is some really bad effects. Face replacement stuff, I hate it. They could choose to be better with getting stunt people in, not necessarily needing to use face replacement, because they're not trying to be as ballsy with, here's a shot of Harrison Ford on a horse. Like, shoot him from behind while he's doing it, and then use close-up shots of him not doing it. But don't do the face replacement thing, because it looks so bad. And what was worse, because of the time period that it's set in, so much of the background is like green screen, digital replacement, and all of that looks like hot garbage too. So yeah, the storyline doesn't do much for me at all, but more than anything, the visual effects were really disappointing, because I have also been playing The Great Circle. So I was really excited to do this. I couldn't play it because I've got a PlayStation 5 and had to wait for it to come out.
Yes, initially released on the old Xbox.
Correct. And when I found out that it came out over the break, I thought, perfect. I'm not a big gamer, but I love me some Indiana Jones. And when it's good, it's really good. And I knew I'd get pretty sucked into it. I've been a fan of the Uncharted games, and I just felt like this was going to be right up my alley. But I could not have predicted how engrossed I would become in this game. It really feels like a classic Indiana Jones adventure, and it reminds you of things like Raiders and Temple of Doom and Last Crusade because it makes direct references to things, but it also just feels like the sort of stuff he does in those films.
Yep.
And that's why when comparing that to the Dial of Destiny, all those real practical sets and stunts and action-packed sequences that you lose, I was like, yuck. But this was so good. I love the storyline. You become completely engrossed. You feel like you are Indiana Jones because of the first-person perspective.
Yes, we've always talked about the fact that we weren't 100% sure about that.
Yes, it takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if you've been playing Uncharted and you're used to the third-person perspective. But in the end, it made the experience more immersive for me. When you're in battles or fights with people, you feel like you're in a fist fight and the panic kind of sets in because you've got the same perspective that he has. There's a sequence with a big scary
Big old
snake.
spooky snake.
And I had like full anxiety playing that because it felt like you were in the scenario. I love the puzzle stuff, like that, solving stuff. The storyline, I could just sit and watch the game play out because of how fun it is and the character interactions. And there's some like nightmarish horror sequence stuff that's real fun as well. So yeah, highly recommend it for you, mate. Highly recommend it for everyone because it's one of the best games I've played in a very long time.
Ooh, keen to play it. Tell you what else I'm keen for? This is going to be a new mini segment
that
I'm bringing inside of Weekly Watches.
Okay, mate.
As I've been saying in all my introductory classes this week in media, I'm a person who likes to travel. That means that sometimes I'm on a plane. What's a media teacher like to do on a plane? He likes to watch a movie. So I ask you to sit back and welcome to Boylan's Films in the Sky.
I'm swiping on the screen to save me. Damn, this is a long flight. I'm looking for a movie to get me through the night. I'm looking for a new selection or a classic while I'm flying high. Welcome to Boylan's Films in the Sky.
There we go.
Well played. So you mentioned a couple of days back that you had a new segment, and I was both excited
and terrified.
Exactly. Very, very nervous. So, Films in the Sky.
Boylan's Films in the Sky.
What does that entail, mate?
Basically, what films did I watch on the plane? And I've had a couple of really long flights in the last few weeks, so I watched a damn lot of films. I'm going to quickly speed run a few of them and talk about the ones that were the most impactful. I watched Sonic 3. Sonic 3 was a very good time.
Okay.
Keanu as Shadow was fantastic. I think these films are continuing to get better and better. Got double Jim Carrey involved with two very different Robotnik performances.
Twin Carrey.
I watched Companion on the plane, and I had a really good time with Companion. I think.
See, I was a bit disappointed with Companion.
Okay. I wouldn't have said it's like a 5-star film, but I had a good time with it. I think Sophie Thatcher is really...
Sophie Thatcher. You sound like you're from London.
Yeah, I know. Again. Sophie Thatcher's really good, and I think Jack Quaid has really settled into this like dorky but really not nice characters.
Correct.
Very kind of similar to how he plays it in Scream, I think. Another new film I watched was Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up. Puts Daffy and Porky at the forefront, and it's really good fun. I highly recommend this. Great animation, very much like old school sort of like sci-fi plot, basically with like an alien force going to take over the planet via chewing gum and brainwashing everyone and stuff. It's like a bit silly, but it's really good. Finally watched Fargo by the Coen brothers. I've
really
never
good.
seen it before, and I really, really enjoyed this film. I really love William H. Macy.
You should watch the TV series.
I need to watch that too.
First season is incredible.
Okay, I shall get onto it. Francis McDormand, Steve Buscemi, Peter Stromare, and stuff. They're just really good. The accents in this film are killing me. It's just ridiculous.
Minnesotan accent.
Yes, quite ridiculous. But I had a really good time with this film. Very much gave me Burn After Reading vibes, with kind of like the zany comedy, a little bit dark. Good fun. But the highlight, I finally watched Battle Royale.
Okay.
So one of the good
The
things...
Hunger Games.
Basically, but better. so much better.
Okay.
And I was blown away. This is the best film I've seen this year that like hasn't come out this year. Like best like home video like movie I've seen this year. It's very much like The Hunger Games. It's a group of high school students who are basically knocked out and sort of put on an island. And the only way they get off this island is to be the last one standing.
Yep.
It's so grim though. It's so grim. And it's terrifying, it's bloody, it's quite disgusting at stages, it pulls no punches, but the fact that there's so many students that you basically crisscross narratives with, you get to care about all the characters as well. I think it does a really good job with that. The villainous sort of students on the island are quite terrifying, to be honest. It's got none of the gloss of The Hunger Games, but I think it's got a lot of soul to it too. And yeah, it's a different kind of horror film, and one that very much sort of has some elements of like reality and depravity that are involved with it, and this sort of desperation of what kids would do to basically survive. But I think it does it stupendously well, and as you generally want to like, this would rocket into like some of the best films I've ever seen. Highly, highly, highly recommend Battle Royale for people who do like The Hunger Games and are okay with something that's going to be a bit harder to watch. Instant 5 stars for me on the old letterbox.
Nice. Very nice.
So yeah, that was Boylan Films in the Sky.
Oh my goodness. Woo! Let's play the theme again.
No, it's okay.
Cool. As always, guys, please do remember to like, subscribe, share it around, and make sure you are commenting with ideas for future films or other segamontes you'd like us to do.
Always.
And on that note, I'm afraid we have to head off. Goodbye, fake father. Goodbye, fake mother.
I missed that podcast.
Thanks, everyone, and catch you at the next film club.